Yes, hello, good morning. Daddy Chris here from Srtv Dex in London. I wanted all my people to join at once, but one of them is a woman. She's still facing her little putting her things on. So I'm going to go start the thing solo. Otherwise, we're all here. I really want to show all of us at once. Let's see the face of everybody this morning. Morning, Princess. Morning, Mary.
Good
Mayor
morning, sir. Good
Princess
morning,
Mary.
Mary.
Morning, Daddy Chris. Good morning, Princess.
Morning, Princess.
How are you today, Daddy Chris?
I'm happy. I don't know whether it's because it's Democracy Day celebration. Well, how was it? Yesterday I wouldn't have the chance to join you guys as much as I would
You
have
are,
loved
you
to.
were, you are. That means you're actually behind, sir. We've moved past that already. I know
Yes,
that.
I
Yes,
understand that.
I know that yesterday somebody called me that I didn't know. I didn't watch your show on time. I would have vetted. I would have, We are very angry here. No food, nothing, killings. And so some of the comments us yesterday also suggested that, not suggested, these are things we're seeing. And now, even though the president is trying to make Nigerians keep hope alive, saying that no good thing comes easy, he believes that he didn't meet the country. Whatever it is he wants to resolve is not a thing of 1 year. The country was already in shambles before he came, so he's just trying to restore. And through this process, some of these reforms and policies are going to be done in a hard way, even though they are going to be done in a very hard way that is going Nigerians will not find funny. The end, there will be light at the end of the tunnel. And so this is the hope is actually given to Nigerians. And Nigerians are not finding it funny, like we all know already what's happening in the country, talking about insecurity, food, talking about even the PMS issue. And then we have the economy, the naira, and all that. Now, housing is another thing, is one thing to actually, not you are not fine. You can to maybe find food to eat. You can barely eat 2 square meal, and then another thing is your house strength. The way at which people actually, house owners are actually increasing. So these are some of the worries of Nigerians. And the president yesterday, you know, that speech, for me personally, I went through it, and I was very angry, not at the president, because we know that there are people behind who put up these things for them. And so I'm very angry at them. The fact that even the president standing there reading this speech should have told us, moved away from it and tackle issues of the present time. What Nigerians are going through. There's one thing about, somebody going through pain, and you come, even though you don't have solution to the pain, but your words could actually, bring some kind of relief and succor, even if it's just for 1 minute. And that was what we're expecting of the president yesterday, to give Nigerian that succor, that relief for just yesterday. But it wasn't there. He kept talking about the heroes of the past. He kept talking about, mentioning name of the past. Fine, we should give kudos to them, but we have current pressing issues which we expect you, as the number one man of the country, to speak on. Talking about insecurity, number one of it all. Insecurity
Princess,
is
oh,
actually
sorry, Princess. I have to cut you there. Yesterday was June 12th, and I was
Mhm.
really not expecting the president to talk about his 1 year in office. He should have done that on May. When was this one in? It was May
May
29, right?
29. May
Yes, when
29,
he
yes.
celebrated his 1 year in office is when I wanted to hear that. Yesterday, what I was looking for in the speech is the controversy or the killing of our hero, MKO Abiola. Yes, he talked about the hero's past. And it was a time for an opportunity for the president to announce a reform in the electoral process, which we know is a problem. We know that he came to power. He knows that he's coming to power. It's not free from. In fact, people are still angry. They don't believe in your presidency, sir. And if you're going to do anything as a president now, working for the country is how do we move past that kind of ugly incident? The Beavers, you people defeated Beavers. Can you imagine? INEC is still in shambles. That was what yesterday was all about. It was a rethink of our democracy. Princess, the democratic process we have now is not okay simply because of one thing, the way we elect people to power. President Tinubu hijacked the power. He knows that. Of course, because it's something we fight for, everybody hijack power. We can understand that. He fights and he won. By all means necessary, he has gotten into office. But if he was going to, like you said yesterday, at least address some of our wound, calm us down a little bit, was to address the electoral process, which is a problem. Is he saying that INEC did well? That would have been the first question I wanted to ask. Anybody that come on the show today, and I missed that opportunity yesterday, my first question was, were you happy with the last election? If not, what have your government done now to address that issue? Because we are remembering an incident that happened in the past, an ugly incident that gave birth to Nigerian democracy today, which led to the death of a man, MKO Abiola. You understand? And that is something that we missed yesterday. It's like the debate is not on that. So I wasn't really interested. He has failed 1 year in office, Princess. Why do you even want to hear that? Labour is holding him accountable for that. I am happy to see that. But the question is, what has this man said about our democracy? Where is he taking us to? That's my question. Princess,
Daddy
that's my
Chris, I
question. And
really
I
do not
believe
know what to say,
are you
like
there,
you said
Princess?
now, but
Yes.
what I am here. What I'm saying is that
Okay.
I want
Okay,
to
good,
I
good.
want to relate this to. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Good.
Yes, I want to relate this to what Peter Obi said. In
Okay. I
as
don't
much
know why
as we
our
talk
network
about
is.
MKO,
Hmm.
my network is strong. I don't know about yours, but mine is on and is strong.
Okay. I don't know why I cannot hear you well, but I'm with you now. Go on. Let's go. Yes, Princess.
Are
Let's
you with
go.
me now?
Yes, I'm with you. Loud and clear.
And so, yesterday we had a lot of people speaking. Now, in as much as we say June 12th is revolving around MKO Abiola, what would make Abiola
Yes.
happy is not just the electoral system, right? It's
Thank
not
you.
it's not it's
Yes.
not just the reforms. It's about people living well. He was a man
Yes.
that meant well for the people, and that was why they unanimously uniform like actually voted for him. So yesterday also the Labour is
You
coming and
qualified
they were
to vote
telling,
then,
is there
Princess.
democracy?
No, don't talk, don't say that. Then you were not qualified to vote. I mean, how old were you? 1992. Come on.
Our
No, sir,
history
I'm
still
not talking
going.
about.
So
I'm not talking
1994.
about. I'm not talking about the vote that increased. What I'm saying is that what is democracy? Yesterday was democracy day. We
Yes.
shouldn't put it all around. Okay, MKO died, he did that in the electoral system. But what is democracy? Let's start from there. Do we have
Yes.
democracy truly? Do we have democracy? And
No,
in a country
we
where
don't.
some people are being
And you-
displaced in their own country, is that democracy?
maybe it's my network. So I
Can you
need
hear
to
me,
put off
Mary?
a lot of things.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah. I'm working on my system. Don't ignore me because maybe
But
I'm having too
I
many
think
things
her
on.
network is not that strong because I think she skips. The network skips. It's not
Yeah,
that
but she
strong.
has the opportunity to speak her network. Yeah.
Mary, can you hear
So I'm
me?
trying to sign up.
I can hear you now. Well, it seems the network is not strong. It skips.
Yes.
But I can hear
And
you. I can hear
I'm
you.
going to try. Anyway, we are here and we are. Princess is right. The essence of democracy, the dividends of democracy, as Nigeria would like to say it. I like the word. Nigeria like to use that big grammar. We would enjoy dividends of
The
democracy. But
dividends,
do we really
Nigerians
have?
are still looking for, Nigerians, we are still looking for true democracy. The dividend is not there. It's what we're looking for. So it's not, June 12th is not basically, about, it's about Abiola alone. The fact that it's a democracy, let's first of all talk about Abiola, his sacrifices. And of course, let's now talk about democracy. When we
Yes,
talk
I
about
understand.
democracy,
Yes,
we do not have democracy. We do
yes.
not have
And-
democracy.
No, Princess, I
Where
think we
people
are on
are
the
being
same page.
displaced in their own land, where
Yes.
people have not eaten,
Mhm.
and then where people, some are higher than some are getting away. Look at EFCC. Now they've forgotten about Yaya Bello, and they are now here, tackling others
I
for
mean,
no
Princess,
reason.
yes, I agree with you. And that's why I wanted to look at the issue from what the president has spoken and what we take from it. And what, in fact, organized labor is there to kick the president ass on this. You're very right. You understand? I'm sure organized labor have a lot to say when it comes to this very issue now. They're still going to say something to the president. I don't know what their position will be clear because I'm sure they are not part of this celebration. But the boils down to one thing, you understand? On 1 year in office, we agree that President Tinubu has failed the country. He came to power saying that, oh, he's going to remove oil subsidy, he's going to do that. The money that we've gotten from oil subsidy has not been used for the benefit of the people. And I place it, I think it's a matter of priority. If they have money to construct roads from Lagos to Calabar, and they don't have money to do refineries and go into agriculture and feed the people who are hungry, that is a wicked government. And there's no word for it. But that is a failure of the government. But yesterday, really, my pain was how we can restore democracy to the people, giving me my only stake in the Nigerian state, which is
Are
my
you crazy? Are
opportunity.
even talking about constructing Lagos to Calabar? That's not even up. Dave Umar is even still talking about, I think he listed like 260 roads that he wants to be constructed again. Aside that one you're talking about. So it means
Yes.
it's like his major priority is just the roads. He doesn't care about what people are going through. Then I'm asking myself, if the people are not there, who will now pass through the road? Because people that are constructing this road for their
Good
suffering. So I don't know
question,
who they are
maybe.
constructing the road for.
What kind of road are they constructing? Is it not the road so that President Tinubu will be richer than the whole world? Anyway,
God
Tinubu, I
forbid.
have only a message for you. God owns this world. You have few years in this world. You're going to go soon. So whatever you keep it. Whatever you are fighting for, fight, keep it. When I said something on this show one day, Princess, if you guys remember this. Had God given us opportunity to eat and fill our stomach and keep for years, there will be no food anymore in this world. People like them, Tinubu would have filled their stomach with so much food. All the Nigerian criminals would have, like Yahya Bello them, they would have eaten so much that they will survive them for years. But you know what? In another 3-4 hours, they'll be hungry again. That's how God is wonderful. That is the only way God controls us. And after some time, he let us die and go. All the people you see now, they're going to die soon. I don't know. You guys shouldn't be worried about them. You see, Princess, when I come on this show, I'm looking at what we do down for tomorrow's children. Because these people, they only have 10 years maximum. In 10 years' time, Tinubu could, you see where's Babangida today? He's in a chair, wheelchair. So a time will come, we're all going to go out. They're going to go soon. So they are not a problem. Our problem is when we see them doing something that affects the future generation, we stop them. Princess, what is our future generation? The way we elect people to power. Tinubu hijacked this power. Look at what he's doing. Had he been the person we wanted, we voted for, the true person Nigeria wanted, came into power, maybe we'll have something different. And if he knows that he has our
It's not.
backing.
It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not even that. It's not your place to say whether or not it was voted for, because the court has made it so, and so we stand by what the court has said. But
I agree with you.
what is democracy? That is what I want us to define. Is the government of the people, right?
Yes.
For the
Yes.
people and by the people. Something like that we
Good.
were taught in secondary
That's
school. I
one
can't
definition
remember.
of it. That's one
Yes.
definition.
That's
It
the
may mean
general
different
one.
things for different
It's the
people.
general one
Yes,
that
that's the
everybody
general one.
knows.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But
And so
otherwise,
and so
democracy will be a
when we
government that is
say
sensitive to the
when we
people. Yeah.
say is the government of the people, truly is Nigeria the government of the people right now, what we're seeing. That is what we should be looking at. Because if truly the government is for the people, we will not have the like of Saludo, or the Anambra State governor, coming out in the public shamelessly, openly saying that he cannot pay that minimum wage. And of course, even the allocation of the state, if they say if we decide to share it equally, nobody will go home with above 200 or 2,500. That is what a
But
state governor is saying. So why are the
you,
workers working?
you're talking about this guy, right?
Yes.
This man.
So why are the workers working? If you are telling us that if you decide to share the state allocation, people will not go home more than 2,005. That is what he's trying to tell us. So exactly what are you doing there as a governor? That means you don't know what to do with the state.
No, Princess, so the
You
question,
cannot
I think that
generate
comes,
funds.
That is a very interesting debate. That is a very good one. So the question I said to him, if I catch Saludo and I look at him in the face, I'll say, Saludo, are you producing anything in your state? Or the question, Princess, one thing that confused me is the people you employ to work, what are they doing? Do they, because if somebody is working, then that work must produce money. Are your state, the people you are paying this money to, are they productive? If they are not, why are they not? You see, Princess, the question is so simple. I cannot pay my workers social amount of money. It's because the work they are doing is not channeled towards productivity. Maybe they are masturbating themselves. Let me use that word. I'm sorry, on the national television. If international really, if they are not masturbating, why would you go to work and with your work it's not yielding money? Why would you employ people who goes to work and their work is not yielding money? Because that is the reason you cannot pay them. If let me put it this way, for instance, Princess, if the people in Anambra, I'm using this case as an example, if the schools in Anambra are making money and this man is telling us he cannot pay them that amount of money, then he is mad. Or the Ministry of Agriculture in Anambra is cultivating farms and making money, then this man must be mad. The truth is, this man refused to think. Because of oil money, he refused to think and refused to think outside the box, that the money only coming from allocation is what
Okay,
he
now
needs.
this is actually coming on the heat of because from the statement of Edo State Governor that says that he's ready, that even the 7,000 minimum wage is something that he has been clamoring
Look at
for
the
himself,
smiley here. I like to
and
show
he
a person
is
here.
ready to
Yeah.
and is ready to commence immediately. And now we now have the likes of Saludo saying this just to destabilize this one, or to remove his mind or intention of whatever
And
he's
Princess,
intending to do.
go and look at the allocation coming to these two states. I'm sure Anambra even get a little bit more than Edo in terms of allocation. You understand? And this man is a former CBN governor. Make we see him face. Let's go back to him. This is a former CBN governor opening his mouth. These are intelligent individuals. I'm confused, Princess. Something is wrong here. We need to address these two guys here. And I wish to have the two of them on a clear note. There is one governor saying that he cannot pay that money. We know his failure is the failure of the governor, not the failure of the state, not the how much they have, but the failure of the governor to think that all he can work with is the money that is coming from federal government. And that is the problem we have. Now, if the state, Princess, like for instance, let's be clear, it's not the federal government that is giving me money that we use to survive at Srtv. Are we not paying ourselves? And that is exactly how you must think. You understand? Because we know that the federal government is not going to give us money. What do? We look for money. Is it not? Are we getting money from some venture anybody? No. Is AIT getting it? No. Is other company, private sector getting it? No. But you know what? NTA sit on their fat ass. And they're the poorest. NTA cannot pay staff. You'll be surprised. Channels pay staff better than NTA. Why? I'm using a very simple case. Because Channel is making money. You know what NTA decide to do? They are waiting for allocation for the federal government. And look at NTA today. People don't watch NTA. People watch channels. So this is the problem we're facing. This is a man of NTA. This man you see here is NTA. This one is channels. Channels, no, I'm not praising this man yet because I don't think 70,000 naira is the money you should pay. You understand? But at least he has come to the defense to make my point clear that they can pay. They can only pay if they think outside the box. We know that they stole a lot of money, Princess. I know you guys are going to remind me that they are eating a lot, they are doing a lot, they spend a lot of money wrongly. But the most important thing is for them to be productive first. How can they pay? I don't blame them when they say they cannot pay. I only blame them for not going out to look for money to pay. Because Princess, wait. Anambra State have good land. Let's put it this way. A lot of resources in Anambra State. And you know what? Anambra is have the best intellectuals in the country. If you look, and Anambra is a state known to be one of the a place where you have all the richest, the billionaires. They're in Anambra State. Yet
Do
this same
you know the
state,
business they have there that decrease?
good.
Only,
And this
only
is
the
the same
Onitsha
state.
market alone that the whole people even come from as far as Edo, Bayelsa, Port Harcourt, Calabar, everywhere, all roads to Onitsha to buy goods. That is a major hub already.
And he couldn't convert that to money. You see, you understand what I'm saying, Princess? You see, a wise governor will work on the strength. Like, thank God you said it all. So with all the resources, I'm sure there's no land in Anambra. Wait, let's see Soludo. There's not enough land in Anambra State to farm, so that you can make food and sell to the rest of the world. You cannot do
I
that in
think
Anambra.
Anambra they don't farm. What they
Okay.
are into is automobile, like they are into business.
They
All this
produce, they
spare part,
produce, they even produce motorbike in, I think,
yes,
Inewi or
spare
something like
parts,
that.
Yeah,
machine parts,
and
machine
so
parts,
and
car, all those
Princess, is
very
there no
parts.
money? The question
Yes,
is, what
that's
is
what
this
they
man?
do. They
I
are
can
into
tell you that
business.
this governor has
They
not
don't
been to
farm.
Inewi. This man has not been to Inewi where they produce all these things. To think of how he can make that better. So Anambra begin to produce things that they are good at. Everybody must not go into farming. Suppose Anambra is really producing spare parts for the
They
nation.
are.
Is that not money? The question is private people doing it now, Princess? Mary, it's only private individuals struggling to do it. I know they produce oil, even oil for cars. They do that in Anambra. You understand? Imagine if this governor, this man, puts enough money into that investment and will now produce oil that will sell to the rest of the world. Would that be so bad? He's waiting in the Oka office, waiting for money to come from Abuja. That is what this man is doing. Of course, you cannot pay Soludo. What a shame. And that's why I said we don't have governors. We don't have governors in Nigeria. And that office should be scrapped. And they're the problem we have. The governors are the problem we have. Anyway, I'm sure we have a lot to cover today because so much is happening. Like you rightly said, Princess, we're still waiting for the governor of this young man from
Zamfara State.
yes, he's openly accused our military that they are responsible for our problem.
Yes,
What do you
he's
think
accusing them because we
Let's
know
pray for
already that insecurity is not something that is new to any of us. Even a child that is giving birth today in Nigeria today will know that there is insecurity in the land,
but that
and
is true.
yes, and people are no longer finding it funny. And the governor is now calling on, he's now raising his voice, saying, accusing the agency, the security agencies of aiding insecurity. If they are not aiding it by now, they would have done something. Now, even though the chief of defense staff did say, General Musa did say, they cannot, every hand needs to be on decks, to tackle insecurity. They need the cooperation of everyone. Now, this is a governor that is reaching out to you people, calling in my state. These people, according to the governor, it is easy to even it is easy to even arrest these people because sometimes they just come invade the community. And where do they pass when they kidnap people? Where did they go from? Where did they go to? They pass through the same community. And then you have security agencies around the same community. How come? I remember that on this show, we had a Reverend Father from Kaduna who accused this military, who accused the kings, who accused the local government chairman of aiding security, that these people will pay them before they come. And that time, that period, you will not see any of them. It's the same thing the governor is saying. There is no how day-to-day activities, killing, kidnappings, destruction, and you say you have the presence of the security in that same place. So it's somehow.
And the Nigerian military, they are so much powerful when it comes to civilians. They were able to go to Okwama and massacre, bring Okwama down. And they couldn't bring Boko Haram down. Where is Boko Haram? And what kind of security are they talking about? And that MAPI is coming from a governor, and a governor from the northern part of the country. This is Major General Chris Musa, right? The chief
Yes,
of defense staff. You see him and all
yes.
his men behind him. Are you people not a failure to allow a country of as big as Nigeria to be suffering from insecurity? What are we doing with these guys? What is their job? What are their challenges? Is it because they don't have enough ammunition? What ammunition does Boko Haram have that Nigerian military does not have? How can a set of young people be tormenting a nation when we have men like this?
One
You
thing
know
you know
what?
is people that put them in that position, are they supporting them? Are they really supporting them and pushing them to do the needful? That's another thing we need to consider as well.
That's
Because you
true.
cannot tell me that insecurity will take over Nigeria like this, the killings and everything, and they just stay back. Because I know fully well that if you do anything against these our leaders, they will fish you anywhere you are. They will try and fish you
Yes,
out. But
they'll
these
bring
people,
you out.
they will invade
Yes.
a whole state, a whole village, and they'll go scot-free and nothing will happen. So at the end of the day, even our security forces, they work through instruction, right? They obey instruction. It is what you tell them, that's what they will do. So these are things we need to consider as well. People that put them there, are they pushing?
That was the major news. I was looking for the paper, June 12th, Vanguard. Now, the one of the major headline, apart from the main headline, the second headline there we have there is saying that police military's attitude toward banditry frustrating. And now this is coming from the Zamfara state governor. And if you go, no, I'm talking about the Vanguard of yesterday, sir, not today.
Okay, that's okay.
And
Yes.
now if you go to the main story, you will see that the man is complaining of their attitude toward banditry, insecurity, the fact that you will know that this is a hub of insecurity, right? This
Yeah.
particular village is being terrorized, is being disturbed, and these people will not put their people there. They will rather put these same people in a place where there are people, there are 100 security there. Why would every security line up at one place? Why there's a particular people suffering that need the help of the security? I tell you a story. Last week, there is this on Port Harcourt Expressway, just like maybe 5 kilometers or 3 kilometers to the city of Ugeli. There was a major kidnapping, and that's the same road I've been complaining about. That's my mother's village. On that way, I travel to my mother's place. And my sister-in-law, just yesterday we were speaking, and I was not asking her that she wants to go to Momsy's tomb and clear the way, sweep the place and all that. And I said, you need to go. She was telling me that about the kidnappings, the what's it called, the killings there. And I say again, and I saw that video. It was traumatizing. Now, even though at some point the military came to for the attack, a lot of them were already taken away. Some, according to my sister-in-law yesterday, a young man that is a meat seller was killed. Others were killed as well, and some were rescued. Now the issue is this: now if you go on that road, I'm telling you now, if you go on that road from Ugeli all the way to from Ugeli to Patani, you know, another major city, there is no single security personnel on the highway. This is the Port Harcourt Expressway I'm talking about. There is no single security. The only people you will see are how do you call it, civil defense. And those ones, they don't have business with you, a driver, or anybody. What they have business with the tanker carrying PMS to check whether or
So
not
they
what
can
you're
get your
carrying,
money.
whether it's bunkering or whatever. And their checkpoint is not even more than 2 3. But that road that we've not seen, that is a hub is a den for kidnappers, for killings. There is no single security on the road. And then now you will go to somewhere like maybe within Warri or somewhere, you will not see policemen inside town blocking the road everywhere. What are you doing?
Collecting
There
money
are
now.
people who
Are you blaming
actually
them?
meet you somewhere,
Uh-huh.
but they won't go there.
And the military cannot be there for us. What a disaster! What this is? I'm happy you said this is the story of our time, and I'm happy that sooner or later children will come and shame on these guys because you are the chief of defense staff. Boko Haram, the people who walk into schools, they walk into school freely and take our girls. The Chibok girl story is still there. They came to Kaduna. Kaduna is their home. They walk in there and take what they want. Even in war countries, in war zone, that will not happen. But it's happening in Nigeria today.
Okay, we need to quickly bring Fogger in, sir. Sorry to cut you because he's in the program, so I want us to just We'll finish it with him. He will be going back to join his training now. I had to pull him out because he already promised to come here today. Of course, he didn't travel to some of the IDP camps the other day to bring us
Yes.
updates as regarding what is happening there. Even though Foga refused to send me pictures and video, is fine. We'll just have to interview him and go straight to the business of the day. We know that
Yes.
there is this disturbing news from Benue State, and all boils down to insecurity of people being displaced from their homes. Now they are all gathered in one place called IDP camps. While we're trying to look out for them, their welfare, their security as well, we're not still battling with, a lot of newborn babies that are coming. We don't know how they are. We're talking about their welfare also, and even the health condition. Is it okay for children? So we have with us Foga Timothy Luther, is the executive director of Bunkek Celis Care Foundation. They go from IDP to IDP. They've done so much as well at the IDP camps. Good morning, Foga. Foga, can you hear us? Good morning.
I'm not sure if I'm here.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Well,
I think he is more stable today, but he can't hear us, so we'll only talk to
I'm
him
sure
when
this.
he's.
Yeah, if he takes that in from EF, maybe Fuga you hear us better. Let's see. Let's hope that because the system is really stable now. Uh, because
Anyway,
it's quite interesting.
we'll bring him back, but all this boils down to is to security as well. Fuga, can you hear us? Your network is bad and your sound as well. Can you hear us? We cannot hear you, so maybe you should do
And he's not
something,
muted. His mic is
increase.
muted.
No, maybe
We
if you take
cannot
up
hear
your
you.
earpiece, yeah.
Maybe you should take off your earpiece and then talk to us direct. Let's see if that will help. But we cannot hear you at all.
Okay.
You need to
I'm sure you did.
increase. Go
Yes.
back to your sound. Start all over. But your sound is actually open from what I can see. Maybe you should
Yes.
increase your volume or something. We cannot hear you. So sort it out and we'll bring you right. We'll bring you back. And so all this also boils down to insecurity. If we've not had the level of insecurity we're seeing in Benue State, the killings, it's Benue State you will go to and you will see a whole community has turned to desert. Every living thing, every non-living thing is down, and there is governor in that state, and there is military in that state, and there is police in that state. And
And in
now
fact,
that
those
is the
guys, do.
reason, the reason,
Eh?
the reason, the reason I know yesterday you did say you were saying this morning that you were expecting the president to talk about electoral reforms and all that. No, talking history is not a bad thing as well. But it's only when people are okay to an extent that you can bring history and they will listen. People are actually dying. People do
I
not have
know.
time for that history. We
No, no,
already know
Princess,
this history.
what I was saying is that we should have held the president accountable when he talks about his 1 year in office. You understand? That's the time to shame him and say, "Oga, 1 year down the line, look at what you have done to us. We are still dying. People are killing us. Labour have made it clear. And that's why Labour started. Labour has held the government accountable for this bad governance, and they're still on it. But I was saying that
and of course
yesterday
we see and
was
of
an
course we still
opportunity.
have
Yeah, yeah,
the likes of people coming to say, oh, Labour does not have the right. They would have, if I'm the president, I would have arrested them and all that. A country that is the economy is already down, how can
yeah,
Labour be
let him
demanding
arrest
for
all of
this?
us.
And the same country that
Let
is
them
already
arrest
down,
all
we
of
have
us.
we have
You know,
projects
he
that
knows
are
if you
that are
put that
not
man in prison,
viable.
what will happen?
This project are not viable. At the end of the day, the minister
Princess.
for works is telling us you need 15 trillion, 50 trillion to construct roads. For who? The Nigerians that are dying, that you people are killing. It doesn't make sense. You can only construct these roads when people are least, like who said that? I think Sule Lamido did say, the PDP chieftain, that you can only, we're not saying road is not bad, but let's talk about priorities. Okay, you're telling workers you do not have money, the country, the economy of the country is down.
That's it.
Yes, you are proposing trillions to carry on constructions, to do roads. For what exactly? And the problem that Nigerians are now facing, all
Okay, your
Nigerians, is as if
network
they
again,
spoke with
Princess.
one voice yesterday. All they were saying, all they were saying, my network is okay now. The phone is there. It's actually okay.
I can hear you clearly.
So all they were saying yesterday is as if Nigerians spoke with one voice. In as much as we know that, okay, you're trying to reform, the reforms is causing a hike in price. That is what Nigerians are worried about. The hike in price, we know that Nigeria, once something goes up, coming
Yes,
down
I
is
agree.
very difficult.
It's a problem to be like that. To just be
And
like
then we
that.
did the calculation the other day.
And
How are you supposed to survive with that calculation? It's not possible. It is not. It is not anywhere. So that is the problem we have. We should talk about the present. You know, when you are talking to people that are okay, you're talking, I'm eating or I'm having fun, then I can listen. There's a saying that is it angry man is an angry man, whatever
Hungry
they
man
say
is
it.
an angry man. Hungry
a
man.
hungry man is
There
an
is
hungry
no
man.
way that
You
the
understand?
crease. For instance, we see Yaya Bello now looking at us there. Yaya Bello, the same EFCC that is supposed to be channeling that energy towards Yaya Bello, are politicians that have looted the country, that's kept us, that reduced each state to this level. They will be going after young people in clubs, going after young people on the streets, living their lives, so earning their own money, harassing young people. That is what EFCC is now doing now. That is their new pattern. They
No, but
left this one that is
and the
hiding.
military are so good. Can the
Yes,
military beat the police now? Because the military, they know how to take over. Can they take over? Can they have siege of Kogi State and bring Yaya Bello out?
Mary said
Because if it
something
is
very
a Kwama
important
now,
now.
first,
Yes.
if it's a Kwama, they'll go and wipe the whole of Kwama. They couldn't
It's the
wipe
same thing Mary
the
said
governor.
now. We know that even the Abia State killing on the sit at home, we saw that the last week. Military already killed 6 people, as we're talking about, 6 people down, and they're still looking for the killer.
Meanwhile,
And
the
the
governor
police
is still adding money. Before he said he was going to pay 25 million to anyone that can actually fish out the killers of those
and now it's
soldiers.
30 million.
Now it's 30 million, added 5 million on top. And these soldiers, they are still killing people. It's really, really
And
And
at the
yes,
sad.
end of the day, you see
Yaya
people.
Bello is in the palace with 50 women. No, Yaya
Yes.
Bello is enjoying.
In fact, the sitting governor should be held responsible. He should account for Yaya Bello.
We should arrest him. He should detain him. He should
Mary
be
said
detained
something. Mary said,
in
if the army really wants to get somebody, the security, they can comb a whole community just to lay hands on this person. Why can't they do the same on Yaya Bello?
Yes.
And every other politician, every other elite that has actually destroyed the nation's resources, that actually reduced the states to this level we're seeing today. Now, this one here will be living, even during his time, he was always in Abuja throwing parties in his house, you know. Every day then, they used to do nightclub, carrying women, spending dollars, pounds. At the end of the day, they've reduced their states, they reduced their worker to this level. And people are still telling you, Labour do not have the right to speak out. We did that calculation yesterday. A house strength alone in Abuja now, 1 bedroom, we're looking at 2 million and 1.5. And these are family people. Are you trying to tell me that I'm working for the federal government? I should use my own money to be funding the government? It's not done anywhere.
Because
there is no true democracy.
Yeah, I
and
think
then when we now have the likes of Obaseki coming out to say, oh, at least I think for now I can do 70,000. Let me up, even more than what federal government did. We are not seeing governors like Anambra State governor getting angry over such statement. For what? If you cannot pay your workers, I say, oh, guy, I can pay my workers. Is it your workers? Is it your states? So these are some of the issues we're having. And Labour is the 60 as of today. Labour now with their own, they are being reasonable. They've now reduced to 250, which I think it's not.
It's wrong.
It's fair enough.
I'm angry with Labour. Princess, 250 cannot survive a person in Nigeria. Unless you want them to continue to
That is what we're saying now. Federal government is even telling you they don't have the money, and states they are telling you they cannot even pay up to 60. Is the federal government that is my problem? Is the states that are my problem? The governors that are my problem? I
Good.
don't have issues with federal
No.
government. We're talking about the states. The fact that
Yes.
they are telling you that cannot pay up to 60,000 minimum wage, then is worrisome. We
No,
already saw
princess.
that
Princess,
only their
you
entertainment
are
a month is
no,
a
you are right,
trillion.
princess. No, princess, you are right. Now that the federal government is bringing some money, if the state is making some money, is it not you put it together and you get more? But the
Sure.
state are not making money. They are the idiots. In fact, we should send them on exile. In fact, there should be, you know what? That's why, at a point in time now, if anybody tell me that there's something called, like, let us have a state police, state this, state that, I am so angry. Because of one thing, people like this guy, they are the problem we have. This guy, you see here now.
But
You understand? I
most
thought
times
he's an intelligent, and he's a professor,
that
a
is the
former
problem. It's
CBN
not about being
governor.
a professor. Do you understand what to do as a governor? That is the problem we have. Do you understand what
This
to do
one
as a governor?
understand though, unless he's stealing all our money. I saw this guy at the airport in London. I think that was the very day Princess came to UK for the first time. I saw him there. When he came, he was rolling his own bag, his own trolley. Why not look for somebody to roll your trolley bag at you?
But
He was doing it
if
himself.
na for Anambra State, you go see 100 bodyguard, you go see 20 siren. But here he was behaving like a sane human being. In Nigeria, they
Of
used to
course,
behave
he
as if
was
they are
saying,
insane.
calm guy. I was liking him that day. I actually took picture with him. And I thought he's a human being. Look at what he's saying. Is that how they run the state here? That when you came to England, is that how it is run? You see, these guys, they need to learn. Princess, what I am saying, I'm agreeing with you. It's just that I felt that the importance of the way they vote these people to power is so important. Last time, Tinubu bypass, let me use the word, they bypass by beavers.
Daddy Chris,
When they got away
let's
with
not
that.
even waste time
Eh?
on electoral reforms or electoral issues. According to Mary, let's be sincere. You have already said here that he actually grabbed the power. And so are
Yes.
you expecting this same person to come and be telling you about electoral reforms?
Never.
Okay.
It's not
And
possible.
that's why we need to remind him that our problems are it's you that grab the power, you bypass beavers. Now there's more election coming out. We're gonna select more people to power, princess. The more they select, the more trouble we have. Now let me tell you this way. Now there will be some
Selectocracy, not
sanity.
nothing else. It's not
Yes,
voting.
yes. So if the selectocracy can be wiped, you find that the government will be accountable to us.
Who will now
Tinubu
wipe
is
it?
not.
The same people that are supposed to be accountable, the same people that are supposed to uphold the law, the same people that are supposed to look out for the law, they are the same people in power. They are the same people, the bunch of human beings you have at National Assembly disgracing themselves at the nation, disgracing their people that actually send them there. And so who are the people that will uphold the law?
It's like we have Faga now. Timothy, are you there?
Foga, can you hear us now?
Yes, sir.
Very, very
Yes, I'm
good. Now,
hearing you.
wonderful.
Good
Now
morning.
we
Good
have
morning, sir. Good morning.
Timothy. You are more difficult to see than President Tinubu, so we better use your
Imagine,
tongue
eh?
well. All right, Timothy. We had the very.
Hello, sir. Hello.
But can you hear me? Timothy, can you hear me? I think they're having network issues.
Hello.
Can you hear? Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm hearing now.
Okay, I think it was network issues. Network.
Okay.
Okay. You're welcome to the show. I think Princess was talking about the
Thank
killings in
you.
Benue State that led to people actually going to the IDP camp, right? And you see that the birth of
Yes.
children. There was a picture that we saw. You see like over 200 children that was birthed in a month. You understand? So we're now like a kind of
Yes.
confused about the whole thing. These people, what would actually lead to this? Is it their husbands that impregnate them like that? Because I believe that people in the IDP camp, it is people that are actually taking good care of them, right? These are people that people went for. So how comes about this too much children? You understand? Unnecessary childbirth everywhere from the IDPs. That is why we actually brought you to the show to tell us what do you think about this? About them giving birth like this?
Okay. Good morning once again. I'm Foga Timothy, the Executive Director of Buken Celis Care Foundation. One of our goals is about the IDP camp. And for the past 6 years, we have been working in IDP camp. Well, so what you just asked, or let me say you said, is true. There are children coming out of IDP camp every day, not because there are people in the IDP camp that get those people pregnant, but their husbands are there in the camp with them. It's not
Their
just
husband.
like maybe someone come out and yes, their husbands are still there with them. So it's not just about maybe someone came and impregnate them or the rest. It's their husband. The families are there. So I think
But you think
uh,
even if it's their
it's a
husbands, don't you
family
think they
birth stuff.
can you hear me? Don't you think they need to control even if their husbands are there?
Yes, I'm.
Compared to this too much number, plenty numbers of children, for people that cannot take good care of themselves. You understand? That barely feed, can't even take or train their children in school, and they're giving birth this way. Do you think it's a normal thing? Because I feel like they should do something about it.
In 2022 to 2023, our foundation went out to IDP camp. We did family planning for them. We even brought personnel to come and lecture them and give them some of the family planning stuff. And in 2024 now, we have not done that project. So in our own side, we have tried to help them in the aspect of family planning because most of them didn't know. The ones that were interested, they took the prevention from getting the pregnancy and the rest. So it depends on the family. Some refuse that they don't do such. There is no way they can do that. Then they are still giving birth, and their husband didn't permit them to do family planning. So not that there is no plan on ground for them to control their birth, but it all depends on them.
Now, Foga, I hear you loud and clear. Now let's talk about the fact that you did say the other day you were going to the IDP camps. You did your survey. Of
Yeah,
course, it's a place you're very familiar with. Can you at least tell
yeah.
us the range of these mothers between their age range now? Can we start from there?
Okay, the children.
We're talking about the mothers now in the camp.
You said their
Those
husbands were
giving
there.
Okay,
birth, what
okay.
is their age? Yes, their age range.
And from 16 to 30, 30, 35.
Now, the ones you're saying 16, you are telling us now that they have husbands in the camp.
Some of them.
And you've never,
Most
and
of them have
we are,
husbands.
most of them have husbands. So we are not, okay, we should not rule out, the issue of, abuse on the girls or, being molested. We should rule that out. Is what you're telling
Yeah.
us.
Yes, 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 yes. We have not had any case of abuse in the camp because
You
those
know,
are people that are from decent settlement and maybe a lady, normal things with upcoming ladies, they can misbehave. They can be within the camp and have their own personal relationship and have sexual aspect and the rest. They can get pregnant. This one is not abuse. It's for them. That's them going out because the
it's a
camp is
decision.
free. It's not. Yes, the decision.
Well, sorry.
So
Yeah. Okay.
I know that
Um,
the Chris wants to ask questions, he's yearning to ask, so I'm going to give him the floor. After which I'll come back with my questions.
yes, Timothy, thank you
okay,
so much. Thank you so much. It's a very disturbing story. But first of all I know is I lost some part of the conversation, so I'm sorry if I take you guys back. So my concern is they are bringing. Is it true that the number of children born in the camps? Or can you give us a
yeah.
statistics of the number of children being produced in most of these camps? Maybe that will give us
Monthly.
yes monthly.
Okay, in
Just a rough
monthly,
idea.
in Benue State, we have like, let me say, in a month, the whole camps in Benue, like 150 to 200.
From the camp.
Yes,
So how many people do you think
because
are estimated to be in the camp? How many people are in the camp do you think?
in one camp or the whole camp. Like,
The
let me
whole
give you
camp.
the statistic of children. Let me give you the
Okay.
statistic of children currently in all the camp in Benue.
Okay.
And for female, we have about, for female age from 0 to 4 years, we have about 15,450. As for
15,000,
female,
0 to 4. How long have they been there?
yes,
How long has these people been in the camp?
it's over 8, 10 years.
So these children were up, the 15,000 were all produced in the camp. Let's go.
Yes.
Yes, go.
So
Go.
for the May, we have from 0 to 4 years, we have 15,000,
So they are marching.
15,220. Yeah, 15,220. Yeah, estimated. That's for 0 to 5 years. That total, we are talking about 30,000 for 0 to 5 years. And 4 to 7 years, we have a total of about 66,503.
Wait, so that is a population of a people. Where are these people? Where do they come from? How do they get to the camp, princess? Maybe you could tell us that. Where are they? Where are they? How many
No,
people
we're
do we have in
talking
the camp?
about Foga is here. Foga is here. We have him on the floor.
IDP
Uh,
camp. How many people do we have in the camp in Benue? Where to tell you the proportion of the people
Okay,
that have been displaced? Yes.
This is too much.
that's just for the children. So children, like we are talking about over 90,000 people and children. So we have
90,000.
many camps in Benue. Yes, we have many camps in Benue. Only in Makodi, where we mostly work, we have about 7 to 10 camps registered under SEMA. That's within Makodi, the
And
capital
what's the
alone. That's
population?
covering Goma.
Yeah. Yes.
Sir?
And what is the population you think? What is the estimate population there?
Like, one camp will be taking about 30,000 persons. Some will be taking
Okay.
15. It depends on the size of the camp. Some will be taking 13,000. Some will be taking 15. Some 20, like that. So it depends on the size of the camp and how it is. If the camp is big, they will come and divide it into two. We'll have camp one and camp two in a particular community. Like in Guma, we have about 3 camps just within Guma town, Daudu town. So it's not like there are just few persons in the camp.
Yeah, but Timothy, please don't. Nothing should happen to this network. Nothing should happen to it because we're doing something very important here. So if we have this number, Timothy, please tell
The
us.
camp, the number.
Yes, Timothy, before this your network
Hello?
with yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'm hearing
For
you.
the purpose of my audience out
Did
there,
you
they
ask
are
any
watching.
question?
Yeah, for the purpose of people watching there, what really brought these
Yes.
people to this camp? Because there's no war in Benue. There's no war. As far as we're concerned, there's no war in Nigeria.
Okay.
What brought these people to this camp?
Yes.
Okay, what brought those people to this camp is crisis of herdsmen with the farmers. Like half of Guma is displaced. There's no farming activities in that community because of herdsmen. So that is just the issue about the IED camps in Benin, both in Goma, both in
So you telling
Let's
us,
get
Okum,
something.
that's
Let's
Zakibiam.
get something
Uh,
straight, Fuga.
go on. Yes,
Yes,
Fuga,
Fuga.
yeah,
Let's get
go on,
something
princess.
straight. Is it that they left because they weren't able to farm, so they lack food, and they had to willingly go to the camp, or they were actually displaced from their community, by herders?
they are displaced from their community by the herders because
In other words, there is
in a
war
community where you
in
are
Ben
having,
Okodi. Yes, there is a war because if people will be displaced from their home, they cannot go to their own farm, and they are
yeah,
now in camp within the
yeah,
same state. And a state, a country where there is no war. I
it,
just want people to understand this because it's alien to us. Most people in other parts of the country cannot understand this. People in Lagos are not aware of what is going on there. I don't know how much awareness we've raised on this issue that people are actually not allowed to stay in their homeland in Nigeria. And that brought this number of people. We're talking of 30,000. That's why I wanted to know. Now you're telling us that a total of 90,000 children have been given birth to in camps in Benue. And we say we want security.
yeah,
Now, let's talk about their
it's
welfare,
it's
Foga. I know
it's
that
when you get
you have
when
done
you
so well. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, Foga.
and no, I'm just saying when you get to the camp, at times when they are talking about ID camp, people would think they are just looking for way of sourcing funds to for personal use. But when you get to the camp, you feel like crying for those people because you see children, you see mothers that have strength, men that have strength, they cannot even stand in for their family again because of the crisis and the rest. So it's not really easy for them.
And understand this. How can any, where is the state government? That will be my question. What is the state governor doing? Because the state governor says he doesn't have anything. I'm happy everything just says something, everything lie. He said this is the standing, and someone is telling us to celebrate democracy, joke of a country, because we are here talking of our own brothers and sisters pushed, driven from their home, now living in a camp in the same state. And I'm blaming people from Benue. Where are the pressmen from Benue State? I want to hold them accountable because in case of a coma, here you see me and Princess shouting, people in my village are dying. What happened? Where are the Princess? How come that this is not on the news on a daily basis?
I'm quite surprised. I know that my friend say she has done well, and of course, we're seeing a Foga. She has been working with Foga also. They've done pretty well. And like Foga said when you were with that even the issue of giving birth here and there. This is something that they've gone to the camp. Also, they've create awareness on how do you call it now? Awareness on
Birth
Foga,
control.
Family
remind me again.
family
Birth
planning,
control, family planning, birth
family
control, and
planning,
all that.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and this is something that they are doing as a foundation. And I'm aware also that this particular foundation that we're speaking with today has been, taking the welfare of these people to heart. Each time you see them, giving out, a lot of relief material here and there. So my next question would be that, Foga, I know that you have been doing so much, but how
Yeah.
is the welfare of these people like? Yours is one foundation. Daddy Chris is asking, do we have a governor in the state? Do we have other
Thank
bodies?
you.
What is
Do
going
we have
on?
people in the Senate? Do we have people in the House of Assembly? Do we have people, you understand? Do they have a governor? Do they have representative in the rep to actually bring this matter to the, in fact, to bring it out. Where are these military men killing us here? Do they know people are there? These military men now, the one we saw now on this beautiful news, are they aware, Princess, that people are dying? People are in the camp. Where is the chief of defense staff? Let's see his face. We need to see chief of defense staff again. Is he aware that people are there? These are the
So,
things I really want. Because if this awareness, if the chief of defense staff is aware of this, he will be happy. He will not be happy. If President Tinubu is aware of this, President
and
Tinubu will not be happy.
Foga, go ahead.
Go on.
okay, His Excellency, the President of the country, is aware of everything, and the Chief of Army Staff is aware as well, because I can remember the Chief of Army Staff was in Benue. Was it last month with his Executive Governor of Benue State? uh, Regarding the security challenges of the state. He came to I don't know how they call it, but he came to surveil the area and the issues of the state. That's a personal, like the governor is not just there to just
Princess, are we on the same page here? Because I'm confused. Now, within our country, Nigeria, where we don't have war,
hello.
at this place,
Go
yes, go
ahead,
on.
Foga.
Go
Go
on.
ahead. We can hear you now. Your network is disturbing, but go
Hello.
ahead.
We are with him
Let's
today.
do this
Oh.
quickly.
And okay, are you hearing me now?
We can
Yes,
hear
yes.
you.
Okay, like the governor, the way he used to say, security issue and discussions and security issues are matters that are discussed in private. So, in as much as this chief of army staff was in Benue, I can't really give account of what he discussed with the governor or what their conclusion was regarding the security challenges of the state. Because our governor, he always said security matters are not discussed in public.
Yes.
So I believe
But
he has his own
we are
plan
dying in
towards these
public.
people.
We are dying in public. I'm even
He has
saying
his
that.
own.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I'm only worried
He,
about that. Other than the governor, the
yeah.
awareness. If I
He,
am representing that community in the Senate, my voice will be on a daily basis. My people who are in the camp, they voted for me, and they are in the camp. If I'm the House of Representatives, that would be what I'll be saying every day. My people are in the camp. We don't hear that. Somebody are
And
going
then
to raise a
and then
bill.
and then and then we have senators sitting there not passing one single bill a year. We have senators coming up with national anthem. We have senators coming up with creation of more states where they cannot control the one they already have.
I think what is interesting is we want to talk to the senator representing these people. You understand? It's like, and what we're saying now is like the whole of Benue is covered with this crisis. It's an epidemic that is robbing the whole of Benue. They cannot go to their farms. I thought it's a thing we are talking of some one small village or the other. We're talking of a population of people. And, and,
Sir,
and then,
sir,
so
it's only in Benue State that you will see a community that is now a desert. Both living things, non-living things are down. They've destroyed the whole states. We know Benue State will be food basket of the nation. Now,
yes.
they're even bringing food from other states just to make sure they survive. It is that bad. And we do not have people speaking. And that is why I'm asking, how is their welfare like? How are these people feeding? Who is
okay,
taking care of them?
Yes, thank you very much. Let's
okay,
see that way.
okay. We have an agency that take care of these people, which is Benue State Emergency Board and SEMA. So SEMA and Ben SEMA, they work and they take care of these people in the camp. They give them food. There's a place where the state government create food and like they bring food for these people and they store in the warehouse of the SEMA office. They distribute food
Anyway, his network is quite
hello,
disturbing.
Yeah,
Go
we are
ahead,
with
Fuga.
you.
We can hear you now.
hello.
Go
Yes,
ahead,
Fuga.
Fuga. We can hear you now. I think his network is very bad, but we've heard so much from him as
A
well.
lot, a lot.
I
We
will.
bring him right back. We bring him right back.
Yes, we will do so much to get
Hello?
across to the
Yes.
senator, people
Hello?
representing them.
Yeah,
Go
thank
ahead,
you.
Foga.
Go on.
We can hear you.
Okay,
Go
you were
ahead.
telling us about the welfare of the people, how food got to them.
Yes, I wanted him to speak on the welfare
Hmm.
of these people, especially the children. The number of children we have now, we see now is worrisome. So how are
I
they
dispute that
feeding?
because that's where I was
Talking
going to
about
come to.
their welfare, we
More than
talk
their
about
food.
feeding, health, shelter, and all that.
Princess,
And so,
their
can you take us through?
education, princess. The education of these children, because if we don't take care of them now, they're going to be kidnappers tomorrow. And they
That's
can be
why I
easily.
want him to speak. Go ahead, Foga.
Mhm.
His network is bad.
Yes. And he's trying.
There is problem in Benue State, just like every other state. But we've seen. I am not surprised that the Chris is only shocked because you've not been. Most time you don't. When we sit here, we read the news. We know what we see on daily basis, and so I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked either. Can you hear us now, Foga?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Go ahead. Tell us briefly about the welfare of these people.
Okay, just like I was saying, the SEMA, Bensema, they distribute food to these people every month. Like every end of the month, they give them food. The state government provide for them, and then personal and individual NGOs that come over to give them food, and individuals like anybody can come and register with SEMA and give food to these people. So that's the way these people they feed. And the little some of the persons, or let me say some of the strong men, at the end of the during farming season, they can go back to their near the ones that are not inside and farm by the side to get little food for their immediate family. So that is all that.
And so
And
the state
what
government,
about
and so
school?
and
Do
so
they
the
have a
state
school?
government
Sorry,
has not
princess.
created
Do they
anything
have?
like
I know
empowerment
medical
within
issue
the
will be there.
camp,
Yeah. Go on.
to empower these people. Go, Fuga, can you hear
Okay.
us?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yes, I say, and the state government has not created anything like empowerment within the camp to empower these people, within the
Yeah.
people in that community, within according to make sure that they live off, people, or so they can survive and be independent. There is no such scheme.
Okay, there is no such. There is no such. There is no such.
And my question,
Yes, sir.
yes,
Go
Fuga,
ahead.
very important, Fuga, is the state of education. Do these children have access to schools?
Okay, okay. Yes, they have some schools in the camp now. Like before, what our NGO used to do in in the sector of education, we normally go to the camp in Daudu then. That was in 2019, 2020, and early 2021. We used to go and teach those children about instead of going to school, we'll just bring materials and teach them. And there was an organization from Jos that partnered with us. We even provide a library for them. That was in 2020. So now, at least they have, in most of the camps, they have a school that the state government has organized for them.
So the state government has agreed that the thing that is surprising me is that the state government has agreed that they are not in control
So
of some
let's
part of
also,
Benue
Foga,
State.
can you hear us?
That is the situation.
Yes.
Well, we have we have a big issue here because my question is, even if you provide the primary school, I'm talking of primary school, what happened to them when they finish primary school? Do they have a hope of going to secondary school and going to their universities? Is that provision available in that kind of a camp where people cannot feed? And now they're getting pregnant, of course. What do you expect? Hmm? Why would they not produce children? Is it not the husband and wife, or even people who fall in love? No matter what it is, we're human.
Now,
Ah,
now, now, Foga,
okay.
let's talk about health. We'll talk about medicals. Are these people able to access, any form of medicals? Let's talk about their health. Talking about children in a camp where you have children amounting to these numbers, and of course you have adults as well giving birth. The way we are seeing now. Let's talk about the health. Medical care in the camp. How is it like?
Okay, I think the SEMA, they have a sector that covers about health. But let me not go deep into the affairs of the SEMA, how they treat, they handle the health sector, because um, we operate differently. Like in our own organization, Bukan Service Care Foundation, hello?
Yeah, we're
Go
with
ahead.
you.
We
We're
can
with
hear
you.
you, Foga. Go ahead.
Okay, like in our own organization, what we do is every year we'll go to the camp and we'll carry out a medical outreach that we give them drugs, deworming drugs, and the rest for the children and some mothers. We check malaria and the rest. We don't have all the capacity to do check all like a general health stuff, but we just go into most of the petty sickness that disturb people easily like that. So about the health, I think um, now currently the SEMA too are trying their own aspect, but I can't tell more about them detailedly.
Now, is there any plan or now or in the future that these people might likely go back to their, ancestral homes? Is there any move like that by the government?
The executive governor of Benin State, he promised to resettle these people back to their homes, uh, and we're hoping that will take place soon, because it's not easy staying in a camp. In the early days when these camps were open, if you go to this camp, what you see people sleeping under and
That was where I was coming. That was where I was coming. How is the
sleeping
accommodation
under.
in the camp? Yes. I was going to ask you that. How do people live there? How do they survive there? Do they have their own room? What kind of place do we call a camp? Can you give us an idea? What is a camp? Because I'm confused here. I don't know what is a camp.
Okay, when we are talking about a camp, you don't expect to see gigantic houses, or you see beautiful flat or single room, face me, I face you. In most of the should I say, they upgrade the camp now. Some of the camp, the only upgrade that was done was to make a tent with zinc for them to stay in, or this should I say uh, this material that they use for flex banners and the rest.
Yes. Yeah.
Some NGOs, they
Tarpaulin.
brought those ones to create houses for them.
To play tent.
So
Yes.
not like that, there's a building or there's big building that these people are living in. In the early days of 20 2019, 2020, some of the camp, if you go there, where they are staying is, hello.
Yeah, go on.
And some of the camps, when you get there, you see they will use uh, mosquito nets to create a shelter for them just to sleep.
The mosquito net.
So it,
What if when it rains? And
yes.
that's where they get pregnant, get people pregnant? Oh my God. I don't understand this. Yes.
That's not how they are seeing it. Daddy Chris, that
Eh?
thing is just like when you are living in a duplex. To them, they see it as a duplex. You understand? It is what you have now that you be happy with. They're happy with that one. So they're not seeing it this way you are seeing it. Most of them, they are comfortable like that. They're even happy they have a place to stay. So that's just it.
This world, Nigeria has it all. We live in a very safe country. Nigeria, that we have insecurity, kidnapping is understandable, but people being moved out of their home. So in this manner, as described on this show today, for me, it's unbelievable. But you don't go away. We're going on a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't touch that button. This is Wake Up Nigeria. Let
Ooh
me
la la! The second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024 is here.
It's another blend of arts and culture, entertainment, business, and networking activities.
A week-long extravaganza showcasing the best of Nigerian music, dance, craft, fashion, and businesses.
Taking place at the prestigious Lighthouse Theatre, 262 274 Camberwell Road, London, SE5 OAY. Date 22nd to 28 July 2024.
Tickets are available at everbright.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com
or call +4407 459 513 619 or +4420 3623 8755.
Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com/Nigerian Week 2024.
Come and experience a nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.
What a nation's culture that resides in the soul of his people. This is Nigeria, and we are talking of an independent state, of a free state, in the heart of the black nation on earth, the biggest black nation on earth. We're talking about Nigeria. We have it all. News reaching us today, as discussed on this show, is that a particular part of the country, particularly Benue State, I'm sure it's not only Benue, that people have been displaced from their home by so-called herdsmen. Who are herdsmen? These are people who are supposed to be rearing their cow, and I don't understand if how they turn out to be such a danger to their own fellow citizens, displace them from their home, and they now live in the camp. The news reaching us is that they live in the camp. You can see the condition of the camp. Some good people, good Samaritans are giving them food. Apparently, they're going to survive, and they are breeding more children, giving us more criminals who will kidnap us. And there, what is surprising is the federal government or the government of the so-called country is telling us to be patient. We can be patient in every area. And this state we're talking about, they said to be the food basket of the nation. They've been the one feeding us. How can they feed us? Now, it's not bad enough that we don't have food in the country. Now, this is what you see. This is what you see sometimes. We're talking of a camp, my people. And these people, of course, you can go there and get any woman pregnant here. Why not? There are many. And they are vulnerable. Princess, what do you expect? The last time we were almost blaming the women here, the old women. What can they do here? Look at the tent. Is this how people live in our country? We are not at war, Princess. That's the most important thing. The audience must know that we don't have war in Nigeria. But it's not a state of war.
You can see that they are even selling something. Oh my God.
They come to get water, I'm sure.
You can see that a whole multitude are getting from one tank of water. You can see the number of bases, gallons we have waiting to be filled up.
In fact, you can get a wife for having water here. If you know how women is. If you have enough water to give, you get a free wife. And that's how they get pregnant.
Oh my God.
It's actually very disturbing. It is, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to describe this, but it's very disturbing. It's disturbing, and today it's happening as well.
We should all be ashamed. We as Nigerians, we should all be ashamed to see this happening to us. Because if what happened to them in Benue could happen to us, and if we don't take this seriously, it's a shame on every Nigerian watching this show today. That if we can sit up and shout and clap and say all the rubbish we have to say, let's see your faces, two of you. Not gonna shame. Because if we come from a country where this is happening to our people, no, Princess, this could be our brother, it could be our sister.
Sir, it's happening. Like I said, I've known Srtv for some time now. Now, this is a young lady. Let me tell you about, this Bomb Select Foundation. This is a young lady. This is a young lady that has taken it upon herself. I know there was a time she raised over 20-something million. She went to different IDP camps in Benue, reaching out to them, giving relief materials, not just relief materials. She went with medical teams as well. Of course, we know that a place like this, they will be prone to malaria because of mosquitoes. They will be
You can
prone to
imagine.
fever. They will be prone to,
Look,
cholera as well.
what
And
what
so this
what do
foundation
you
we are
expect from
speaking
this?
with today, yes, you can see this. And so this foundation, they've done so well, in taking care of these IDP camps. I know from time to time she's doing one program or the other there. It has not been easy. And so that is why also I'm doing my best. Also, I bring them here for people to see. People can reach out to them as well. This is the executive director. You can give through him, to these
Yes, that's
people.
what I want to
Because
ask now,
like I
Fuga.
think
For those of us, Fuga, we not ending this interview without what can we do? How do we support what you are doing? Thank you so much. I'm going to thank you so much for what you are doing, and it comes from my heart, and it comes from the heart of very many Nigerians. We are not aware. Now, how do we support your movement? How do we come in to help our own people? Since we don't have a government, how can we help? All right, we need to answer that question. Thank God we have a foundation, like Princess Riley said, the foundation is on ground, working hard at the moment, and I will expect us. You see, sometimes this is the issue. You might think that £1 you're going to give to these people will not make a difference, but that is what we may be able to change people's life. Otherwise, instead of giving this £1, you might end up being kidnapped. If a £1 I give to them today will bring the children out of poverty and put them in a place where they have a future, then my life is safe tomorrow. If I don't give it today, then these children will remain in this troublesome area and probably be maybe Boko Haram may go there to get some more people.
it
Kidnappers will
is
go there
very
and get more
disturbing
people.
that the Christ,
The whole boys will be there.
we need
Prostitution
to,
will be
all of
there.
us.
Yes. The princess, the disease that will come out from there will go into the nation. We are human beings. You understand? I can't imagine the number of HIV. People are just having sex. They don't care. You understand? So these people, they're gonna go. They go into the population. So we need to address this now. And I don't understand how the government of the nation cannot take our health into consideration, our security into consideration. If we're going to talk about security, you get to start from a camp like this, princess. For those of us crying that they are kidnapping us, what happened to these people? Okpa sang one song. He said, Mama, when he carry for back, say he match fish. What of him when he carry for back? Because what we say now, he said, Pikin when Mama go market, they cry, say Mama liver. What of the one when Mama die? Because this is what we see. These are children, their mom are dead. They have no future. They have no home, princess. Do you understand that? That you have no place to go to. Call a home. And I don't know how to say it. I want this young man to tell us how we can support this movement. And I think, in fact, you know what? I'm so angry with the senators. Because if the senator is anybody to do something with, he will even be raising money for his own people. I'm not saying they should make the money themselves. There's nothing wrong. If a senator, like I said to if a Dafinone, you said you want to help education in Delta State or your area. You don't have to raise the money yourself. There's nothing wrong if Dafinone raise a foundation to bring education to people. We will all contribute money. Who said you will be the one to bring all the money? But you have the initiative. This is the same Senate. When some people go there, the same people from the one eating money, fat is in Abuja. People are dying in the camp. Anyway, Timothy, please tell us how we can come in. How do we come in? How can we support what you're doing? We're still not getting Timothy yet. We will not stop until we have Timothy. Timothy will tell us how we're going to support. And anybody here today, perhaps the challenge we say, Princess, thank you very much, Princess, for bringing this. Because sometimes when you bring these people on the platform, I don't know what you're doing. I really want to thank you for what you've done today. And we want to use the opportunity to talk to very many Nigerians and maybe also beg our so-called governors. This is very important. The governors of all these places, look at your fellow state, your fellow brothers and sisters are dying in the camp. President Tinubu, I don't know what to say to you anymore. Buhari, I don't know.
In fact, I've been struggling to bring in a very disturbing picture of these IDP camps for you to see sometimes where they place their nets, where they sleep. And so I'm still trying to bring it in. I hope I'm able
Bring
to
it.
bring it for Nigerians to see. Maybe when they see, they will understand what we're saying and exactly how this the reason why Benue State should be declared, a state of
The state
emergency.
of emergency is what we need there. We have to declare state of emergency in Benue. Timothy, are you there? Can you hear us now? Hello,
Timothy is
Timothy.
actually having network issues.
Yes, yes. Anyway, we will Google the foundation. I want to type the name. It's Celis Care
I will
Foundation.
send it to you, so I have their names. I've been working
If you
with
send
them.
it to me, I want to put it on the platform right now. If you can send it to me right away, I'll type it out there
Okay.
and I'll announce it so that people can Google them. If they are not on YouTube, any contact to reach them, we'll put Timothy number. I don't mind. You understand? People must reach out to these people today. We want to save this situation in our country. We cannot allow this to continue. Understand? It is wrong. It is shameful. In fact, it's too barbaric. It's not something we see in the 21st century. No. And some of these things I thought that, one girl I saw, they said those are the kind of things you see on television. It's real. Some of the things you see on television is real to some people. That's what we've seen today. Mary,
Yes, Daddy
Mary,
Chris. Daddy Chris. I can hear you.
how do you people survive there? Oh, I'm happy. Godwin
Daddy
has
Chris,
given us a very
I've
long.
sent you the name. I've sent you the name of the NGO, and I'm going to forward some pictures as well. Yeah, the work they do, all their time in the camp as well, and it's quite disturbing to know that.
Uh,
That's a
and
long
please,
comment.
please read
Very
that
quick.
what God has to tell us. Read
Okay,
that. This.
the comment.
Uh,
Okay, some individuals from the north has informed you that they own Nigeria and that all lands belong to them. We fail to take them serious and confront them more proactive to bring them to book and to send a strong warning to others with such impunity mindset. They have started actualizing these plans and we are all at their mercy due to our coward and fair and expecting external factors to help.
I agree. Up till now, I don't believe that people really said that the Nigeria belongs to them, and but if we can sit up now, I've been trying not to actually call on the Fulani headsmen. I've been very careful on the show because I don't think every Fulani man is a part of this. But if your brother is doing this and you are pretending that they are cattle rearers and they should go on and continue to kidnap us, they are going to kidnap you too. You see what will happen? This is the problem, Princess. Those people in the north, are they free from these guys? No, it's okay for me to blame Northerners for this. Are they free from them?
No, we have seen that even the governor of Zamfara now is crime foul. Is really sad. He has been accusing security chiefs of aiding and abetting insecurity, of not wanting to help the people, of having a motive and being behind insecurity. And this is Zamfara
So,
State.
and this is
We
what I'm
have
saying,
Benue,
Princess.
we have
So,
Kaduna
yes,
also. We have Benue, we have Kaduna also facing the same thing. We have Benue, we
exactly.
have Niger State, we have,
Yes.
other states as well that have been, attacked by this same, we have headers, we have bandits, we have kidnappers, all of them. And so from one state to another is one IDP camp or the other. And my worry is that when the governors kept saying they are going to restore peace, these people should go back home in no time. These people have been there for 10 years and this is their state. This is how they live. This has become a part of them. Nobody's
No,
talking
Princess,
about their health.
my worry
Go ahead.
is my worry is I don't want to say the Northerners are the one doing this. Do you understand? Because these are Zafara, it's not. Now these
Yes.
Of
people
course.
here now, are they not?
It is
It's
even
Kaduna
it,
State.
it is even the northern states that suffers the most.
Thank
If we
you.
can
So for
check.
those of us in the south to say, oh, is the Hausa man doing this? That would be a wrong statement. We
Because
need
they
to
suffer
focus
it as well. They are not left out.
among them. Yes. We need to feature these hoodlums among us because they come to Kaduna. They've not been to Delta State to do this. They only kill us once and we're making a lot of noise. You understand? But they go to Kaduna on a daily basis, princess. They go there and take the number of girls they want and keep them, get some pregnant.
Yes.
And this is not a southern state. How can we say the northerners are the one?
Where there are a lot of northern state that is restricted, people cannot even go there because of fear. A lot of northern states is restricted because it's that bad, the killings and everything. I wish maybe the north are left out. If they have been left out for this killing, that is when you can start picturing your mind towards that part. But you see,
Exactly.
they come
Thank
into the
you.
northern villages, they invade this village, they kill people. And I know of somebody that said, like, how many of his cousins, like 4 of his cousins, when they entered the particular village in Niger State, they killed, and like 4 of his cousins was among the people they killed. He was showing me the pictures. If you see dead body on the ground everywhere, a particular village, they came and they invaded that place and killed a lot of people. And it's there in the north. So how can they still be the one, you understand, in charge of all this, and their own people are dying as well? Even Reverend Father, they came, the Reverend Father is inside the house, they burnt the house, and he died inside the house. And he's also from the north as well.
Yes.
So we can't
Is it
actually
not the
say,
girl they killed the other day? The one that said that they insulted Muhammad, that they killed by President Buhari defended. Is it not from the north? Anyway, let us go into this foundation before we quickly go to another topic. The Bomb Care Sellis Care Foundation. Please go them. I want to put their number before the end of this show, but this is the foundation. I'm going to keep it there for some time. They've been working hard in the camp, in the IDP camp in Benue State, and I'm sure they go beyond Benue to help save lives. In fact, these are our own brothers and sisters, our women. I don't know how they care for them. Oh my God. I can just imagine how vulnerable these women are. And yeah, look at some people now bringing in food. These are the guys now, with this kind of guy entering that kind of camp is dangerous because these women have not seen men for some time. So some of their men must have been killed. Anyway, that's a topic for another day. But I would say, please let us put hands together as Nigerians and save the day. My own is this is not even a moral issue. It's your own security you're talking about here. Because if the children produced here are not taken care of, they might join kidnappers, they might join Boko Haram. They might become a problem to us tomorrow. Let us save the day today. And I really think we should spend some few minutes now to look at other press issue, Princess, if you don't mind. There are some things I saw, which I think we should end the show on a very, very light note, please. If we end like this, I will be depressed. So we want something that will make us, that puts a smile in our face, Princess. If you can see anyone, let us have one before this show comes to an end. I am begging, please.
Okay, I think we quickly go on to the papers now.
Yeah, and
Because
let's start with Princess. Let's start with sports today because I know you guys are going to look at the papers. It's like they said they will have a new number 10. I don't know. Is
yes,
this the guy that scored the goal?
yes, we have a new number 10. Why can't I see myself on the screen? I don't know what's happening.
I can see you. You are here. Yeah, we have a
All
new number
right.
10.
I don't know what's happening.
You know,
I had
Princess, when I was talking here, I said Nigeria will not survive without a number 10. You remember that?
yeah, when I saw it, that was the first thing that came to my mind. I said, oh goodness, Daddy Chris said number 10, number 10. He has been quarreling, he has been fighting, and eventually we have seen the
There's a
number
new number
10.
10. Yes. Anyway, Godwin, we are still with you. We will keep sharing your this thing. They are being backed by powerful people in corridor of power. That is just a simple truth. Yes, I agree with you, Godwin. I agree completely with you. Anyway, like I said, we are just trying to look at some other papers and Godwin. Godwin is our man. Don't forget, Godwin is always with us. Godwin is going to join us soon. When we put on the telephone, they will be calling every morning to contribute to this show. All right. All right. So what I want to say is Nigerian sport now, we have number 10. You see, I don't know whether this guy is experienced enough. I'm sure he's the one that scored that goal. Now, the number 10, his job is not to score goals. His job is to play the game. That's why they said the team were not playing together. Number 10 put the team together. He passed the ball. He goes around. Oh, he's the one that plays the draft in the field. You understand? He's the game maker. He's the one that makes the number 9 to be effective. I said it again and again before. You see, Okocha was doing a lot of job, but Amokache was doing a better job. You understand? But between Okocha and Amokache, there were two pairs. Nice one. That's the thing. And then Sunday Olise was a standing midfielder. Until you have these people in place, there will not be a team. And I pray we have a team tomorrow. I hope that the coach will take my word seriously I know the importance of number 10. I will have a number 10. I don't know whether this guy is experienced enough. I want to read about him. And that will be it. Prince Mary, well, as we're waiting for Princess to come back, that's the news. We don't know when the next match is coming up, when the Super Eagles will
I
make
was
us
trying to
come
check
on.
because it's supposed to be Super Eagles versus Rwanda, but the particular day is not coming up, so I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe
we'll
after
find out.
that before
We'll
we
find out.
see.
It's better I don't know.
Mary, how many times have I called you now? Mary, let me not hear that this your number 10 is not up to the tax of number 10s we've had in the past. We know that number 10
He is trying to. He's
yes.
listening to what people are saying to show that he's hearing people. You understand? So Finidi knows that he needs a special number. Now he has brought this one, but we don't know how experienced he is. So let's not
Anyway,
conclude that.
it's not the person that just wear the jersey, Mary. It's what the person
Yeah,
does.
his name is here now. His name is Fisayo Dele Basiru. Joins selected club of players to wear Eagles special number. Who is this Dele? How do we know him? What's his history in football? Has he been trying? We don't want issues of somebody coming to mess the whole game up, because this one I'm looking
I'm
at.
sure he's the one that scored that
Philip
goal. He's the one that scored the only goal against Benin Republic.
Oh, that's why they gave him the special number. But is that a yardstick?
No, he had the special number first before he come on the pitch. Now he won that number that day. You understand? But you see, Princess, those of us that understand football a little bit, we know who a number 10 is. You understand? They are so important, to be honest, and we seem not to understand it. And that is what I'm saying, that until we have those people in place, you can't blame Osimhen. There's nothing the defense can do. You need this strategic player. The midfield is the core of the football, of modern football, and we need to get them in place. Hopefully, they are listening. That's what I pray. I pray they listen. I said we need a number 10. Today, you have a number 10.
You need his
Hallelujah.
listening. You need his listening. Oh my God! The thing is, it's only when we finish with Rwanda that's when I will know, because Nigeria right now and a position whereby they just need to win. Nigeria does not need to lose any match for them to qualify for this. They need to win like almost all their matches. They just need to win, and I don't know how that can be possible. I don't know. But
that is if Benin Republic don't lose. If Benin Republic don't lose, if they go win the next match, they've qualified. So you are playing with Benin Republic. That coach is an experienced coach. Benin Republic is going to World Cup. And
the
they're going to
coach
take
knows
his
Nigerian tactics. He knows Nigeria well. The coach,
yes.
You understand? He knows Nigerian tactics very well, and he used it against the Nigerians. Then if you want to bring Finidi, anyway, I don't know.
Anyway, let's quickly take a look at only the paper of today. Nigeria, the Guardian. Let's use Guardian so that we use that as a point of contact to look at what happened on the Democracy Day. We know that the president did fall and he rise. It's okay to fall and he rise.
Again, just before we go to that paper quickly, this is coming from still Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo has called for elected officials to start earning minimum wage, highlighting the urgent financial crisis facing Nigeria. Says that the Nigeria is poor. Elected officials should start earning minimum wage. Maybe this will help, because he is saying that the president should not in any way, he wants the president against approving unsustainable minimum wage in what they cannot pay. So rather, they should use, their own salary to balance, do check and balance. So I think that is a fair call. We've said it before. The extravagantness of our senators, of our lawmakers, the governors should be caught as a matter of urgency. When you see governors spending on refreshment 1 trillion naira a month, then we should imagine, let's share that money to workers a month. That will go a long way.
I agree.
It will actually go a long way.
No, Princess, I don't think it's even a question of whether it should be so. It must be so. You understand? It's not should. It must be so, because right now, these people don't need that money. Tinubu has been a rich man before he became a president. You understand? And if you look at the people now, this Oboriwori was in the House of Assembly. The speaker, he has stolen a lot of money before. He's not there to steal more. Is that what we're celebrating? Why can't he earn the same money like us? So that the money will go around. and it will be good for the security of your own security. By the time people know that the money I earn is not that bad, you will be working freely like me. How good would that be? Like I see my member of parliament here, he works freely. He's not afraid. And that is the thing we're talking about. You understand? And most importantly, princess, I know even as we're talking about to share the money we have equally, we must think of how Soludo must go into production. Soludo should go into Inewi
You can
and
see
make,
that,
and
Daddy Chris.
make
You can see that this our elites, this our leaders, political leaders. I don't know why it's difficult for them to think towards production. So
that's it.
they're always looking for escape routes when we talk about resolving issues.
Hopefully, when they
Now,
listen to my show, princess, they will know that my concern is not even the money they are sharing. My concern is they are not. You see the language I'm using. Even if you can steal, I don't mind. But can you produce what you are stealing?
you
Do you
see that
understand
now
me?
he's not looking for a way to cut costs. He's not looking for a way to look for the salary, but he's not willing to produce to generate income for the state
Thank
to
you.
stay
And
to
that's why
stabilize the
that's
state.
what the president should be talking about. And that's what Peter Obi was saying. That's why I supported Peter. This is what I'm saying now. If this man can go into Inewi and look at the potential and say the next 4 years I'm going to produce engineers and we're going to start producing engine oils in quantity, not the one that one man can produce. If a man can produce it, imagine the one Anambra State can produce. I call it Anambra oil. Process, call it this way. Anambra oil, only engine oil. The money the state will generate from engine oil alone. Princess, do you know how much engine oil is now? To put engine oil in your car. Do you know how much? And yet, Soludo is sitting down there with his mouth. No, like this. He's an idiot. He's not going to tell us. The guy is an idiot, first class one. I'm sorry. And this is the thing we're talking about. None of these guys have displayed leadership. None. Not one of them. Princess, imagine what I just said. Producing oil, Anambra oil. One, you're selling the name of the state. Anambra oil. You understand? Now good enough for our cars and our machines and all the engine we use in the country. Then the federal government will now help us and say no more importation of engine oil. We'll use our own oil. Princess, how would that be? Will that state not pay minimum wage? Will that
Sure.
state not pay minimum wage? You see, this is exactly
Anyway,
what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm
let's
crying for.
go into Mary. Can you take the Guardian? Let's wrap the show with the Guardian.
Yes.
Okay. And the big story on the guidance is Nigeria's unity cannot be traded. With your support, I won't fall. This is coming from Tinubu. And
You
that
don't
story is
fall,
on page
Baba. You don't fall. Say with your support, I will get up. I
of the
will fall
guidance.
and get up. If not, Baba, you fall. But it's okay. I'm about to get up now, Abi.
Military accused of laxity as bandits abduct 4 in Borno. And that story is on page 30 of the Guardian newspaper. Democracy Day. Lead with integrity. Put people first. Calm urges leaders. And that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. Opposition kicks as governors, deputy speakers. Deputy speakers, others abandon Niger for pilgrimage. And that story is on page 13 of the Guardian newspaper. Nigeria requires new constitution urgently, says Anyaoku Nwachukwu, Peter Obi, and others. And that's on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. Here we have a story that says Randy lecturers accused of frustrating female students in Ebonyi Varsity. And that story is on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper. We have a story here that says new minimum wage may plunge Nigeria into deeper crisis. Soludo, others, one. And that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. These are all the stories we have this morning on the Guardian.
I don't understand this story here that says opposition's kicks as governor, deputies, speakers, others abandon Niger for pilgrimage. Have they gone and have they all traveled to, pilgrimage again, Mary? What's happening in that country? They've all traveled out.
Kicks governor speaker others abandon Niger for pilgrimage. I don't know. I don't know what's happening in that place. Niger.
Anyway, there's a story here that says democracy, they lead with integrity, put people first, can urges leaders. That's what we've been preaching about. If truly they are putting people first, we'll not be seeing what we're seeing in Benue State today, where millions of people, thousands of people have been homeless for months, for years. We touch, governor kept saying they will go back home, they will go back home, and then the insecurity is still there. Rather, they are bringing more people to the IDP camps. They are displacing more people from their ancestral homes. How can you now then return these ones home when the insecurity, you've not actually gone to the roots to tackle the roots of the problem? You cannot tackle a problem from the leaf or from the fruit. You need to go to the roots. And this insecurity thing, we saw the time of autumn, and now we're seeing this new governor. We've been seeing a different governors, different administrations, different parties, political parties also coming into power. And worst of it all is that during their mandate, during their campaign, this is what they will always say, that insecurity is what they are willing to tackle. They will bring they will tell you plans and all that. And when they get into power, the next thing, they go to sleep, they go to bed. What was seen in Benue State today is an eyesore. In fact, I was trying to share a particular picture here where they are nets during flood. You see them sleeping on top of water. They are just covering with the net. They are in between the net, water, and a surface there, but there's water. So practically they lie down on top of the water. That is something I wanted the world to see. Maybe tomorrow we'll play around that. It is disturbing. It is worrisome. We have children. Look at the number of children we have in the camp. Let's talk about their health. Let's talk about their psychology as they grow up. This will become trouble tomorrow in the society. They will fight back. And you cannot stop them at that point, because you actually actually led them to this. You brought them into this. You don't expect children that grew up in this kind of environment to have love for you or anybody. When you live in your mansion, in your fancy homes, it's disturbing that the Chris arrest my case.
Thank you. You said it all. And until we understand that the children of those we abandon are the ones coming to kidnap us, are the ones robbing us, we will never feel through. I said it again and again on this platform that it was the rich people that introduced welfare package in Europe. Why did they do that? Not because they love the poor, because they know that if the poor man does not have food to eat, their own security is at stake. So they decided to say, okay, let us give them something to eat. It is something that we Africans have that moral obligation. We grow up in big family system where we know that it's our job to take care of our immediate family. How could we not extend this to one another in this difficult time? That's the question we're asking one another today. And I really hope that we will take something home, that those of us who are here today will take a look at what the Bellis Foundation has done, the Bomkes Celis Care Foundation has done. I'm sorry I don't pronounce it well, so that's why I put it out there. And I really want you to Google them. And if you need their number, please reach out to SRTV. SRTV will connect you with them. We need to make a move to save the day. It is more than important. I've never been so touched on the show, but this is really disturbing. When they tell me about this camp, I thought it's about maybe a camp of 1,200, 500 people. I didn't know that it's a whole population. How many people in Benue State that will have other numbers in a camp? And then I look at the number of children they're producing there. What brought us into this discussion is that they were producing babies, but that's not the issue. The issue is human beings are being displaced from their homes.
You can already see the most disturbing part is that even children of 16 years, 15, 17, they are now birthing children left and right. Of course, they don't go anywhere.
Our daughters now.
Yes,
we don't
protect our
daughters. We marry them out.
They're always in the camp. They're always there. And the most another worrisome thing is that the governor has refused to even do empowerment program within the camp. Bring people to train them on hairdressing, on tailoring, on furniture.
Yes. So you know that these people now, if they become mechanics, people will bring their cars there to come and fix.
Yes.
When you fix your car, if a mechanic is in the camp, They'll bring the car for you. You
I don't
understand?
know.
It's about service.
So
Because
imagine
how
you don't
long
even
is it for
why
them
these
to
people.
just
Yes, that is the problem, Mary. You keep giving them food. You don't want to give them,
yes,
the net to go and catch fish. Give them
is it
access to
only food
learn
and water
something.
they came to this life
Are
to?
these people not too disorganized with that situation they are? Can
They
somebody
are not
really go into
disorganized, sir. The same way you organize this program, health program for them, do other things from there. You can also go from camp to camp, even if it's 100 guests you're bringing out to learn maybe for fashion, hairstylists and all that. You bring them, you start removing them. You start think towards that direction. I think we can succeed with that. If the
Yes,
government have taken it upon itself for 10 years, these guys will tell you that they've been there for 10 years, then a lot would have been out of the camp already.
agree.
Instead of us having more children, there's not look at the youngest 16, they're already having children. So
If
they
these
become
people
more
have good
liability.
skills, you will see that with time they'll begin to even leave that IDP camp.
They
They'll
will
not
leave
get
when they have
they'll
things to
not place
do,
for
because
themselves.
they
I
will able to
don't
earn.
understand.
Yes, they'll be able to earn money, and they will be able to take care of themselves and their family, and they will choose to live, go to the city, rent even if it's one room, live in
Then they'll
live
be
in a
reducing the
comfortable
numbers.
place. And then you keep giving them food, you keep feeding them, you don't want them
Only
to go
food
and
they give
hustle, you
to
don't
them
want
to
to
that
empower
places.
them.
I don't understand
No,
though.
are
It
you
is
not
sad.
surprised in all this that is happening? There is President Tinubu celebrating today. Eh? No, no, it's like they're not aware. Is Tinubu
They are.
aware that people are really
They
dying?
are. They
They
are
are
aware.
aware. They just don't want to
They are
listen to
aware.
the plights of the people, the cry of the people. They are aware. They are actually aware of what is actually happening. And that is why we're not seeing that even these governors now, is it that they are crying, they cannot pay minimum wage, but look at their lifestyles. They have only their cooks. They will have 5 cooks in one government house. They will have how many people? How come they are paying so many staff and then they cannot? We saw the other man the other day that say cannot pay 4 drivers. So a guy, you even have 4 drivers.
Make God
Akume.
punish him.
What
But
guy
that one,
say?
if you catch her, we're supposed to beat that one first. And it's the secretary to the state government.
Yes.
Can you imagine who will give a secretary? Tinubu should have fired him right away. You see, these are statements you cannot make if you are in the UK. Oh, God. Yeah, yeah. You can't make that statement if you're in the UK.
There is no rule
Forget
of
about it.
law. There is no law in Nigeria. It's not working. The system is not working. People have been calling for a new constitution. The system is dead. It's not working. No rule of law. You cannot hold no accountability. You cannot hold anybody accountable.
Listen,
Like I
so
said earlier,
listen,
these
even
same
if we have
people,
a new constitution, who is going to implement it? Is it the same
it's still the
governors?
same people. They will do it to favor
What do you
themselves.
expect? If a
So there
governor
is no
does not
need.
know
Like I
that he has
said
to go
earlier,
and run his own state, if the governor does not know that he has to go and run his own state and make money and take care of his state, what constitution does he need?
if not, how can a governor be comfortable with the number of these people displaced and the people not living well, living under net? So the rain will fall under them, the sun will come under them. How can any sane human being be comfortable in the same state?
How can the senator be comfortable? How can the president be
No,
celebrating
they go to the
Democracy
Senate.
Day?
All they do is they wear adagba, they sleep, they eat, they carry women. That's what they do. And I'm going to make sure we get to the person representing them. The senators, the lawmakers will do what we can to get to them.
Thank you. That would be a good place to wrap up the show, Princess, please. In fact, I'm a little bit really depressed. Benue camp is not a place to see. And I really hope that we all, as Nigerians, and this is what I'm saying, as human beings, we're talking about humanity here. And it doesn't matter really what God. If those of you that goes to church on Sunday, those of you that say you're Muslims and you believe in God, are you happy? Are you sleeping well? If in fact you see people and you go to put money in the offering, and these are your people. This is not what God asks you to do with your money. When you give to this people, you've given to God. Not the one you throw to Adiboye or the other one that have the best university in the world. Let us come out and work as a people and really channel our energy towards true humanity, true Christianity, or through the practice of Islam by being our brothers' keepers. And I said, if Muhammad were on earth, he would be solving the problem of these people now. If Jesus Christ will be on earth, he will be at that camp, helping them. That's why they hated these two prophets. And we are here today. We say we are following them. And this is happening in our face. I'm happy Nigeria is a deeply religious country. And you people want to fight for our leaders, the people that help us. Our true leaders here is Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad. For those of us, why don't we emulate them? Why don't we walk with them? Why don't we obey what they say and go and after and use our money to solve this problem? Wherever you are, instead of going to Mecca this year, it would be nice to put the money into those camps. And you see how much God will bless you. That's where I end my show. Thank you very much.
Anyway, don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, X, and of course YouTube. Subscribe, hit on the notification bell. Leave us with your comments. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, do not forget that our magazine last month edition is still out. So do well to magazines are a way of you to showcase your products, yourself, your amazing career to the world, your brand to the world. So do well to reach out to us to archive these amazing things you do for you. It's just a call and we'll be there for you. And also do not forget that logistics in Abuja is working perfectly and we deliver so swiftly. All you have to do is to call us. We deliver to your doorstep as well, so promptly. Just call us and we'll be there for you. And our apartment as well, we have in Abuja, Lagos, and of course in London, a home away from home, nothing but luxury and of course premium. We give you that soft life you want, you're craving for. You can work there, you can do your holidays, you can do your parties there, you can do your meetings there, all kind of parties and meetings as well. You can shoot your movies and your music videos as well there. So do well to reach out to us today. We have free Wi-Fi, we have cars as well to take you around to explore the city. So give us a call today for a booking and we'll be there for you. And our Nigerian Week London, it's fast approaching. Next month is around the corner. We'll have a lot of activity packed already for that week. We have the Nigerian film screening, the Moonlight Film Festival. We have we're going to be discussing about the Nigerian real estate sector, agriculture, farming, and all that. We're going to be talking about the Nigerian food show. Of course, we'll bring the Nigerian food in the streets of London. And don't forget also that the award ceremony, that is something we do to, appreciate Nigerians that have done so very well, that are impacting on the lives of others. So these are some of the activities we'll be having on that amazing week. So do well, to reach out to us. You can partner, you can sponsor, be a sponsor as well. It's going to be a week full of activities. And of course, it's going to be exciting as well. We're reckoning with the world. You can be in Nigeria and your brand will be reckoning with the world. It's a global village, connect, and this is your opportunity. You need to connect to the international community. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thanks to our
All right. That's our network. Network is failing, but that is what Princess said it all. That's what
who came all the way from Benue, and thanks to Daddy Chris and dear Mary all the way from out there. You don't necessarily need to do so one small thing like this to touch the lives of others. You can reach out to somebody in Benue, give somebody a cup of water. That is enough. Please, people are actually going through a lot, and you can see I'm already emotional this morning. Please touch your life today. Touch your life today. I'm going to end with this for you to understand what we're talking about. Look at human beings here. Look at people suffering. Please do well to touch a life today. Let this picture speak to you. I'm not going to say much. Thank you so much for being on the show today. I remain yours truly, Princess Kese.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach
Srtv. Innovative content.